EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Chicago Bears and the Los Angeles Rams. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have two remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First carry now for David Montgomery. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
Second and 9 at the 22-yard line.
Now Fields. And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. A play fake, now Fields to throw. He's going to air one out. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. It's a 54-yard punt with a return of 11. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a play fake it at Stafford. Being chased out left. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
2nd and 8 coming up. Throwing is Stafford. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. This defense for the Bears, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the 1st down.
Now the first carry for Cam Akers.
remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths starting to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
They'll run on first down with Akers. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's first and goal. Akers. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Watch the run. Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's a big shot. Stay 50. 56. Omaha, ready, move.
They'll look to run with Akers. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Cam Akers taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Rams are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Extra point up and through. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken from about the 12. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. Meanwhile, Fields' throw there complete to Mooney. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shrug my defense.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A give. This is Montgomery.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Montgomery. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 18.
Now a give running right is Montgomery. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Tucker McCann now for the extra point.
It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Josh Jones in on the stop. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Over the middle, complete. That's Woods. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Off the fake to Akers, here's Stafford.
He's got Higbee complete right side. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
2nd and 1, if people want to run the football, this is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Now a run with Akers.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a 2nd down and 6.
Now it's Stafford. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort.
To Robert Woods. A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Here's Stafford. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Continuing to steadily move the ball down the field. Not big play after big play, but these moderate gains getting him first downs.
And you know what they add up to, right? If you continue that pace and you continue to move it downfield, they add up into 6 points. That's exactly what you're looking for.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford.
That's out to the flat for Akers.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw pulled in by Hopkins.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Akers. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Second down, they'll go with Akers again.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Play action. Stafford. And a diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
Circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
51 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
What we got? 58, right over there.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Rolling to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Mike 56, Mike 56. I hope he's about to look because I'm about to take you to school. 56.
Stafford. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff. 3rd and goal.
Now Stafford. He's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick here is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Well, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10.
Play action. It's Fields.
He's got his man on the crossing route. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Off play action, Fields.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Taylor Rapp with a pick.
And the Ramsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. So they took their shot. That was a pretty good heave, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And 2 of the traits that you look for in a good free safety, range and decision-making, both on display right there. And it didn't hurt that he's got a good pair of hands, too.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Buying time to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the running a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
They'll run this with Akers.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. And he's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Stafford.
He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
They'll try and run for this with Akers.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 71 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. On the ground, it's Akers. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Watch the screen. Hey. Line 42, line 42. Stop your whining.
From the 50, Stafford. Flush to his right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Easy. Alert. Hey, Mike's 42. Mike's 42. Focus, defense, focus. Check, 42.
Now Stafford. Got a man, it's Higbee, complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Stafford. Throw right side, going to be caught by Higbee. Touchdown! Tyler Higbee. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Rams take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. Now here's a throw that's complete and past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On play action, Fields. This will be caught by his big wide receiver. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. A huge play there for Chicago. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Fields going to toss this quickly out wide, complete. Touchdown Bears! A 16-yard touchdown. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal.
from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big connection on that one. 38 yards.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Stafford. Flushed out right. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. From back at the 4, here's second and goal.
A loss of 2. Brings up second.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal. Stafford. He's got it. It's Higbee. Touchdown Rams. Tyler Higbee. A beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Rams add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a first and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken from about the 12. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And fresh off the pick six. They've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right?
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch.
A big connection on that one. 36 yards. Oh, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
Fields throwing again.
Yeah, he'll find Hall. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
To number 13. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard. At the Rams' 11-yard line.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
And the Bears first down.
So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. Pushing, and he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
David Montgomery,
his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Bears have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
31. Bears 21. Tucker McCann set to kick off.
McCann's got it teed up. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And now first downs are key. They want to keep that clock moving, up by 2 scores as they try to cement their place in the conference championship round in 1 week's time. And he'll be brought down here at the 28.
74 yards rushing for him now to this point. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to staff the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Quick slant here to Woods.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Well, clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
Stafford going to give this to Akers.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Now that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking on play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
Second and third levels, you could see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively.
They'll run here with Akers.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
Cam Akers
with his second touchdown of the night.
And the Rams are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this fourth quarter lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for third down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. 75 yards. And the Bears cut into that lead.
McCann for the point after.
And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Makes the score Rams 38, Bears 28. Tucker McCann set to
McCann's got it teed up. This will be returned from deep in the end zone.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Going right back to Akers.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
On third down, here's a run by Akers.
Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Out of the gun, Fields. This one swung out to Montgomery.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle.
And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to get it back to a 1-score game.
McCann's kick up and good.
And this is back down to a 7-point game.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
They go down to a knee, and with that, they're off to the NFC title game.
So 2 down, 1 to go, and this number 2 seed definitely looking the part, and now they sit 1 win away from a Super Bowl appearance.
Yeah, and I know originally they were disappointed not to get the number 1 seed and the bye through to the divisional round. But you know what they're saying right now? Let's just keep rolling. We're in a great spot.
Their coaching staff, they were pretty adamant beginning of the year. Our goal is to get to the Super Bowl. Well, they made it to the playoffs. That's part 1, but they fall a little bit short.
And to me, once again, it exemplifies just how difficult it is to not just make the playoffs, but to win games in the playoffs. So you can set your goals high, but if anything is off during that time, you have some key injuries or you just don't play well, you get a bad matchup where that team just has better strength than you in certain areas, this is how it ends. So I don't think it's a total loss of a season, but obviously didn't get where they wanted to go.